Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Northside Talks, episode 10 coming at you. It's your boy Skylar Gonzalez. Today I'm joined by my guys, Milan Statue, Emmanuel. How's it going?
We're here.
So, basically, we've been talking for a little minute already. It's probably been like 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes or whatever. We're already getting into the beats. So, we're just going to jump right into it. We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, Milan, you see the poster in the background. Obviously, it's clear who he's a fan of. AC Milan, we know how it goes. Pressure made Manu. We've been knowing he's a Real Madrid fan, everything like that. I don't even know why you guys got into this conversation. Like, this happened from like last month, or maybe even longer than that. I don't remember when we had this conversation. But it stemmed around Rafael, Leao, and Kylian Mbappe. Who's the better player? Or am I wording that right, fellas? Is that what we're arguing, or is it?
That was the statement, fam. That was your statement, fam.
I'm arguing who has the better ability, and I think that's a guarantee that it's Leao. It's a guarantee that it's
We
Leao.
can look in the group chat and find the
statement. Sure, but are you here? But what I'm saying right now, who has the higher ability? Because you deny that, though.
The thing I'm inclined to believe with what Milan's saying, just in terms of what he said prior to the recording. I'll slap the clip up. We can pause this and slap the clip up.
I'm willing to bet 1,000 CAD.
On what, sorry?
I went to Ballon d'Or by the time he retires.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to take that bet, bruv.
Go ahead.
Milan put a rack on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Milan and Emmanuel put a rack on Leao winning the Ballon d'Or at some point in his career. Am I correct by saying that? Is that what it is?
Correct.
At some point in his career.
Correct.
I'm not a betting man. I feel like I'm inclined to kind of take that bet. I don't know. At some point in his career, Emmanuel, are you sure?
Unless he goes to Real Madrid, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
You gotta change teams, fam. His team's not winning like the Champions League, fam.
Oh, okay. So what happens if we time out. What happens if we win this year, though? Because everyone doubted us coming into this Super Copa as well. What's this team doing? They just fire their coach. And then we go and we smack up undefeated Juve, and then we smack up Inter. So what happens if we win the Champions League, though? Because let me tell you something. Real fast, though. I think winning a league is much more difficult than winning a Champions League, because you have to be hot for, let's say, 8 games to win a Champions League. Couple home and away games, a final.
Does that still apply now, though? Genuinely asking, because this whole new format is mad confusing.
With the 8-game format, I don't
even know what they're doing now with the format.
I think it still applies, but to win the league, you have to win 38. You have to be consistent over 38 match weeks, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the Champions League, once you get to a certain point, you're only facing the best of the best, and your league you're gonna face back. Too, you know?
Absolutely, and us being the second most winningest team, right? You discrediting us like that is disrespectful.
250, because I know why, fam. I think Barcelona's gonna take it this year.
That's a good shout.
And I'm a Real Madrid fan.
I mean, you don't have nothing to stand on against that, brother. They've been waxing you guys lately.
It's been amazing. I don't think Milan's a clear-cut favorite. I think Liverpool are favorites. I think Barca are favorites. You don't think Liverpool's legit?
No, I do. I'm saying 250, fam. I promise. We could bet right now 250 Milan is not winning.
Whoa, what the hell are we putting all this money up for?
Where are you getting all this money from? Yeah, I'm not doing this bet with you. Hold on a second. Wait, I'm not doing more bets with you. The only thing I bet for is Leao.
This guy doesn't believe in his own team, fam.
Okay, you bet it. So 250 Real Madrid wins? Why didn't we bet on Real Madrid versus Milan? Who won that game? That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Come on, fam.
Now there's excuses. Oh, here we go.
Not excuses. It's football, fam. We have how many Champions League? Do you think we need one more?
I mean,
are you serious?
Oh, so you don't want to win it?
No, it's not about that. But we're not stressing like that, fam. We'll be good. Like, fam, how many down years has Real Madrid really had? This is a bad year for us, and we're still in the race for the title.
100%.
We're still in the race for Champions League. So, we're not tripping.
I don't know if you're in the race for Champions League, brother. It's looking grim.
You don't think so?
Over there.
No, but there's not. But this is what I'm saying.
He is happy, you know.
Hold on a second. He is though, because every team is in the race, bro. I just reiterated. You need to be good for 8 games.
No,
That's it.
yeah. I'm just going off of what you've seen from
We're
Real
going off
Madrid
the
this
numbers.
season.
100%.
It hasn't looked great.
Right now, they're looking like they're going to be in the playoff round, and that's
That's
not
what I'm
good.
saying.
Yeah,
It doesn't look good
That's
to
more
say,
games to play.
To say
That's more.
thing.
That becomes 10 to 12 games to play instead, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, to win, like to say that, like Milan, because the reason this conversation just came about, he's not winning anything with Milan, is what I was just told. So the guy that won a Scudetto, MVP of Scudetto season, right? He Supercopa champion right now, which we can talk about for sure. What that guy did in that final, like the second he subbed on after an injury. You know, Champions League semi-finalist, where unfortunately we came up against a much better team in Inter, who also, when we talk about potential, challengers for the Champions League, every year they're consistent. Inter for me is one of the best teams in Europe, right? And that's coming from a Milan fan. It's just I don't like the rhetoric that just because he plays for Milan and because we have these garbage owners that he plays for a bad team, because that's just not the case. Because I feel like everyone will just say every league apart from the Prem and Real Madrid and Barca are just farmers and garbage teams.
But this is what I'm saying. That's the
No.
politics side of things, and like I agree with you wholeheartedly. But you know how it goes. So for this Ballon d'Or talk, let's be real here. You know what I mean? You yourself.
He wins one Champions League and then he wins the Ballon d'Or.
Who you talking? Oh, you're talking about Leao.
And Leao last year, he still didn't win. It's
No.
not all about like winning. There's so many things that go into it.
It is though, unfortunately, because it's no longer actually the ability. If it was, then let's be honest, Messi would probably have won every.
Okay.
It's the same thing as MVP.
Now, golly.
LeBron James have if we actually base it on who the most valuable player on the team is.
Are you really debating the most valuable player on Inter Miami right now? Is that what we're talking about? And that's the Ballon d'Or winner?
Bro, I'm saying the best footballer, the best ability.
I don't think you should be in the runnings anymore. Fam.
It's over.
Come on, fam.
It's
Once
over.
you leave
He
Europe,
won his time.
No,
it's
but
over.
I'm not talking about this year, bro. I'm talking about overall in his career. It's the same thing as what I'm saying with LeBron. If it was a fair award that genuinely gave it to the most valuable player of every team, LeBron would have way more than 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
He'd probably be, let's be honest, would he not be in the double digits?
Ooh, I want to say yes, but I'm not gonna lie. To some like Steph Curry winning, Jokic winning. Some of those are like kind of hard to debate.
This is what I'm saying, right? So they give it to the scenarios.
The guy who has the
scenario
best,
when against all odds, because according to the tabloids, every league apart from the Prem and Barca Madrid are all farmers. So this Portuguese kid, hold on a second. This Portuguese kid, who's this bum that shouldn't even be compared to the likes of Leao. I heard Barcola in the same conversations as Rafael. I actually don't even feel good right now. Like right now, my stomach hurts from that kind of conversation. That rhetoric. Is
Glenn, I just feel like, fam, think about it, fam.
So all he needs to do is win one Champions League, and then he's won the Ballon d'Or. In my eyes,
the season you're talking about, right? The season you're talking about where he won all these things, right? Did he win more than Vinny won last year?
Bro, Vinny didn't even crack 20 goals. Vinny, you understand that Rafinha has more goals than Vinny had in his Ballon d'Or year right now, and it's January.
You're the one talking about ability.
Yes.
Which one is it, fam? Is it goals? Is it ability,
fam? Rafinha has better ability than Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. is more clutch in the Champions League.
That's a take.
Fam. That's not true, fam.
That's not true? Who's better on a dead ball, Vinny or Rafinha? Time out. Who's better on a dead ball, Vinny or Rafinha? That's already one part of it.
On a dead ball? Like
on
a free kick or something?
Who are you taking to shoot? Vinny or Rafinha?
What's the...
Who plays on both wings, Vinny or Rafinha?
Yeah,
who's two-footed, Vinny or Rafinha?
Fam,
what do you want? What am I supposed to what are we doing anymore, bro? It's disgusting rhetoric. And there's players that have the utmost highest ability, and we just shame them.
Okay, but even Leao said Vinny should have won. So you're saying the guy
100%.
So he doesn't know.
There's a conversation to be had about Vinny winning, but when we talk about because all you're saying is.
So what do you think goes into it then? Because it's not just ability. Clearly, it's not just ability then. So what is it? Everything? Is it this more than that?
To win a Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
To win a Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
We know the reason Vinny didn't win, along with the numbers, is the fact that there was an agenda against Real Madrid. We know that. That's not up for debate. That's not up for debate.
But so what's Vinny's?
To say that Rodri didn't deserve it whatsoever is also disrespectful.
Yeah,
because we've seen Rodri out for what, 3 months,
But
and Man City's been in the worst slump they've had in the last 10 to 15 years.
But so what's Vinny's case for a Ballon d'Or over Rafinha or over Rafael Leao?
I don't
Because
think
that is what that
I don't think he has one.
you don't think he has one,
I
but
don't
he's
think
going to
it's
be in the
stronger
top three.
than if we had, hypothetically speaking, if we had Rafael Leao win the Champions League this year, or if we had Rafinha just finish off the year with, let's say, for example, Barca winning the title or winning the Champions League. Do you think that either of them should not deserve the Ballon d'Or because Vinny didn't get it? I don't think that's the case.
Deserve is one thing, but I'm telling you, this is what I was saying before. I agree with you what you were saying earlier, but a lot of it is politics, brother. So yeah, if you're not in the Prem or you're not Real Madrid or Barcelona, it's a little tougher. You got to do a lot. You were saying all throughout last season how Lautaro Martinez deserved the Ballon d'Or, but where's the statement for it? You know what I mean? Like no one's talking about it because it doesn't make that much motion on media. Because guess what? He plays for Inter, and that's not the Prem. That's not Real Madrid. That's not Barcelona. So it's politics that goes into it, bro.
Inter
That's what I'm
was
saying.
just in Champions League final a couple years back, bro.
This is now.
This is the problem with this discussion. No, but this is where Inter is now. Inter just won the Serie A. Inter just got to the Supercopa final. Inter's a serious team. Anytime they play a Premier League side, they dominate. Anytime they play a La Liga side, it's a very tight game. Because I think that apart from... It's not just Barca and Real Madrid in Spain. Spain is a very, very diverse league with a lot of talent. I think the Prem is the third strongest league. I don't think it's Italy or Spain.
I wouldn't call it that.
I don't know about diverse.
Bro.
I think it's top heavy kind of.
I disagree. I disagree.
Outside
Barca,
of
Real Madrid, Atletico, Villarreal, Valencia.
That's it. Nah, you
Sevilla.
doesn't go past that.
Sevilla, that's 6 right there.
Well, okay, so Villarreal, Valencia, and Sevilla.
None of those guys won. Like, when was the last time?
None of those guys won? Sevilla doesn't win?
Won the La Liga.
Bro,
I'm saying the La Liga. Like, when did they win the whole thing?
Atletico might win La Liga this year.
No, that's what I'm saying. Atletico, Real Madrid, and Barca. That's it. That's why they're top heavy.
Right. But winning the league doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only criteria to be a good team in your league. These teams go into Europe and dominate.
Valencia is dead last, by the way. I was just checking that. I know they're not having a good year. They might get relegated this year, brother.
Valencia, yeah. But overall.
Overall.
I don't agree with the statement. I understand in essence of... So both, like what Emmanuel was saying in terms of it is very top heavy because when you think of La Liga, it is going to be Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Those are the only three teams.
I just forgot about Sociedad, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
La Liga, like people do, is disgusting.
Yeah, but what grounds do they have to compete against a league like the Premier League, or if you want to talk about the Serie A,
they play in Europe every year and win.
When was the last time someone outside of those three teams won something? In their own league, they don't win the league. They've won a couple Super Copas and everything like that, but that's for every single league.
Heavy? Like the top 3 dominate every year, fam.
In the league,
always them.
But then they go into Europe, and those 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams go win in Europe. So what does that?
The top 3 still win more in Europe than the rest of the field, fam. What? Barcelona, Atletico
doesn't matter. They
Real
still
Madrid?
win. Just because they win more doesn't mean they don't win.
But they're better than the other ones. There's a disparity.
Sevilla wins a few Europa leagues.
There's 8 good teams, though. You're not understanding, bro.
Fam, there's a disparity, fam.
There's 8 good teams in La Liga. Can you name me 8 good teams in the Prem? I can't. I can't name you 8 teams
what's
that will go
the
to Europe
original
and
6? What are you talking about?
This is turning.
Tottenham's going to go into Europe and dominate? Be for real. Tottenham's going into Europe and dominate.
No one's saying that, but you can't just say there's not 8 good teams in the Premier League. So, brother.
Sevilla's winning the Europa League 5 out of 6 years.
So let me get this straight. Everyone in their mother considers the Premier League to be one of the top leagues in Europe. And then we have you.
Generally don't watch the sport.
And then we have you that says it's a farmers league. And it's crap. You've said that in the past. Don't lie.
It's the 3rd strongest league.
You've said that in the past. Don't lie.
Yeah, as a joke.
It's a joke. I don't want to. You know how many years I've heard you say that, and now it's just a joke. I'm not dealing with that. So now it's a farmers league.
So who's won since 2019? Who's won the Prem since 2019?
What does that matter?
We talk about top heavy. Who's won the Prem since 2019?
What does that matter?
So you're coming to our point.
Isn't the definition of farmers league that one team dominates every year? Isn't that what
You
why
used
people
to
call
say,
it,
you used to say,
France a Farmers League and Germany a Farmers League because only one team
are you
dominates every
you
year?
used to argue against those teams being Farmers League, but that's exactly what it is. So what are you
I don't
talking
think they're
about?
Farmers Leagues. I
Because
agree. But if that's
outside,
the case, then how is the Prem not a Farmers League then?
as of the last 4 years or so, however many years City's been winning, sure. But we're gonna have a different champion this year.
I mean, this
Prior
year,
to that,
I
it was
don't
bouncing
think-
around teams. I don't know what the argument is here.
Do you know that for sure? I actually don't even know.
You think
I-
City's
I
gonna
can't
win
trust
this
City.
year
I can't
again?
trust City to not come back.
This year?
I can't trust City to not come back at this point. It's
I'll be shocked if that happens. I
I'll be
don't
shocked
think
too.
that's going to
I'll be
happen
shocked
at
too.
all. I don't
Can
think
we
it's going to happen.
confirm
What's the standing?
concretely that they're not in the title race though? Because I can't say that for sure.
I don't think it's going to. I think right now they're like 7th or 6th. I think. I don't know what the points look
With
like.
the game in hand,
but,
and they're all separated by like 2 or 3
right
I
now.
think Liverpool still has a game in hand or whatever, and they're
Okay,
top
so
of the
Man
table
City's
still,
sixth.
so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Liverpool got 47 points. Man City got 35.
And City's just beefed up their team with signing Marmoush from Frankfurt. They signed the Uzbek kid from Ligue 1 who's been amazing in Ligue 1.
I'm not. I hear what you're saying. You can't rule them out because of what they've done in previous years.
Oh,
but
bro,
I
you know
think-
times I thought, hey, yeah, they're not winning this year, and then they still win. It's City, bro.
I
Be
mean,
for real.
no, I feel like that's more Arsenal being Arsenal than City being City, bro. Arsenal just collapsed under any form of pressure.
Salah's last year.
At this
might wanna-
point in the season, considering
win.
they've shown nothing, I can't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. You know
Nah,
what I
you
mean?
think Salah's gonna let that go like that, fam? It's his last year, you know.
What's he gonna
And
do?
he's going crazy right now.
What's he gonna do?
Huh?
What's Salah
You
gonna
don't
do?
think- Wow, you don't think Salah's good? He's tearing it up
Let's
this
have
year,
another
fam.
conversation real fast, because I'm getting sick of this one.
Ah.
The whole
don't think he's
Salah
good?
Hazard conversation has got to stop.
Yeah,
First of
yeah,
all,
yeah.
this is exactly what I talk about when we talk about ability. I'm sick of this.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
different.
stand this anymore because I'm not gonna have this conversation just because someone has numbers and we just start diminishing what we see with our own 2 eyes, right? Because when I see Eden Hazard hop on the field, I see stardom, right? I see a team change, right? But Salah, who's a fantastic player and one of the best goal scorers in Premier League history, but runs on a straight.
I don't
I
think
think-
ability makes you a better player, though.
Yes, it what?
I don't think so. Because
mean
like,
alone?
if we look at careers, I think Salah's gonna have a better career than Eden Hazard, fam. So what is
You're
it?
talking about
what
ability
ability
alone.
did you bring him?
I've never, apart from an Egyptian kid, I've never seen someone say, "I want to be Salah when I grow up."
That doesn't matter.
But
That
no
doesn't
one
make
says
you
that
a
about
better
Hazard
player.
either.
I've seen people want to
Yeah,
be Ronaldinho. I've seen people want like
What does that
superstars.
to
You know
do
what I
with
mean?
anything?
Because Ronaldinho's numbers suck, right? Ronaldinho's numbers are terrible.
I think
Nah,
your
fam.
point. I think Emmanuel's point is more so it's not ability
It's a
alone.
mix. It's a
Ability
mix. I
alone
get what
doesn't.
you're
Because
saying,
look,
but I
we got
disagree.
him in Real
Because
Madrid. He
we're
didn't
not
do
going to start
nothing for
discrediting
us.
ability. Is what we're doing when
What'd
we're
you
bringing
say?
statistics.
Yeah, it's both.
I think it's a mix of both. I think you gotta have both. You can't just have ability. Yeah, you can do tricks, but you're not producing.
Okay, but
Nobody's
let's
gonna.
let's not act
No,
like
but there are players like that, but we're not talking about those players. We're not talking about the Hakeem Mastours of the world, bro, who are playing in fourth
Ricardo Quaresma.
division Cyprus. You know what I mean? I'm talking about superstars. I'm talking about Eden Hazard, Premier League Player of the Year 3 times in a row. I don't know if 3 times in a row, but at least 3 times. I'm talking about Ronaldinho, Ballon d'Or winner. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about ability. This is what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question. So you would say when it's all said and done, because Salah's still going. Where's Hazard? I don't know where he's at, but
He's retired.
career-wise, he's retired. So do you think that Salah, like Eden Hazard, is still gonna be remembered more than Mo Salah?
1,000,000%.
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
1,000,000%.
No, I think so. I don't think that's that much of a
But
debate.
here's the issue. I hear what you know why he's saying that's crazy, and I'll tell you real fast. He has a valid point as to why he's saying that's crazy, because 20, 30 years. Remember what we were talking about like a month or two ago? That 20, 30 years down the line, people are going to look at the Ballon d'Or and they're going to say Rodri has a Ballon d'Or, but they're going to see Xavi and Iniesta don't. So they're going to talk about Rodri being the best Spanish midfielder of all time. So when they look at goal records, they're going to see Salah so high up, right? And they're going to see Hazard probably at this point, 20, 30 years down the line, probably like 200th in the rankings, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to start disrespecting the ability. This is what I'm saying. I'm sick of watch the sport. I'm done with the numbers. I'm done
So
with
what
the
you're
numbers.
saying
I
is
get
I'm
it,
right.
but it's
The majority of people look at it like that. They don't look at it how you're looking at it.
well.
But
I
you
think
gotta watch the
it's-
sport though.
I think
Because
it's the
thing is,
majority
if
of.
if we start doing that, then we're starting to disrespect like actual magicians. This is what I'm
But
saying.
here's the thing.
Let's talk about one of your favorite players, Guti, right?
Yeah.
Did he have good numbers?
No, but okay. So
No,
I understand.
that's
I agree with you. I agree with you. But I think as much as you don't want to admit it, and same with me or everybody, whatever. That's the short-term way of looking at the sport because we could say, yeah, watch the game with your eyes.
Watch it.
You can no, but you can say that
when you watch it. You actually
many
see that there's
people are-
players that are not playing for the club like Real Madrid, Man United,
Yeah.
Man City, Liverpool, that are actually ballers,
Yeah,
bro.
but guess
Misha
what?
Kelly was playing in the slums of Napoli.
Okay,
people
wait.
are not
Let's
gonna
not actually. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard great things about Napoli. I can't lie to you. But no, what I'm saying is, okay, so let's bring it back. Hazard and Mo Salah. For the kids in 20, 30 years from now, you can't tell them that. Watch the game because it's not there. You're not going to look up highlights. You're going to be looking at whatever's really
YouTube's accessible,
there.
bro.
YouTube's accessible, but okay.
how many
Right
of
now,
those kids are
you've
gonna
seen more of Rafael Leao than you have of Thierry Henry. You know about him. You've seen the YouTube videos, but he ain't watching every single game the way you watch AC Milan. That's my point. My point is, in the long run, people are just gonna eventually narrow it down to, oh well, yeah, so and so did win a Ballon d'Or,
But
so and
what
so
are the
did
careers?
win
Yeah.
this record, that record, this, that, and the third, and that's just how it goes. That's just the way
No, but-
sports
Life-
are.
But here's the thing: when you're because it's the modern day and social media that's ruining this, right? Because
Yo, you sound old as hell right now.
Maradona didn't have the numbers, right? But we still talk about Maradona.
Yeah, because you
saying?
see the highlights. That's what I'm saying. You don't. No one has watched. No, I'm not gonna say no one, but not a lot of people will go up and watch Maradona's
watch the
full
whole
match. You'll watch the
100%.
games where you know what I mean. So I feel like
100%.
that's just the unfortunate
Milan, have
reality
you?
of sports.
Maradona
Watch the full
games.
Maradona game?
That
Yeah, I've
wouldn't
watched his
surprise
World
me, bro.
Cup
This
game.
guy's a fanatic.
I've watched his World Cup games.
Yeah.
That's crazy, fam. I've never heard anybody that's done that.
Watch a full match.
Yeah, you're different.
Yeah.
A full match of Maradona, though?
86
Like,
World
back
Cup
in the
final?
days, I
That's
was
not
like,
that crazy, bro. You're acting like Maradona's not Maradona. What are we talking about?
No, but did you watch the full game? Like, highlights? Yes,
100%.
fam, of course.
100%.
But, no, I'm saying, Skylar, have you watched the full
Of
game?
Maradona, me personally, no.
Yeah.
But that's not crazy to me for someone to go and do that. Like
Do
that's
you
just
think, like, out of everybody who knows that watches football, right? How many of those people would you say actually went back and watched the full game?
of
think
Maradona
people
specifically,
do
or
that,
just
huh?
of people. No, people do that.
Maradona.
People
of
do
Maradona.
that. People do that. I do that today still.
Of
You do that with
Maradona.
your favorite players. You
That's
do
what
that
I
with
mean.
Ozil.
That's
You
what
do
I
that
mean.
with Ozil.
Yeah. People do that because you just have to.
But it's stuff like that this is my again, bro. Like I can't stand that one, bro. Because when we start diminishing ability just by looking at some other person's numbers, I can't anymore,
It
bro.
gotta be both, fam. It gotta be both.
Yeah, but
Vinny got
not,
both.
most people aren't both. Most of the legends aren't both. It's just Messi and Ronaldo had both, unfortunately, and now we're spoiled.
Okay, but
That's the truth.
exactly,
Yeah.
but that changes
Totally
how
with
people
that.
view things, right? Because of
Yeah,
them.
what keeps happening on my screen?
Yeah, I don't know what's
I don't
going
know.
on, bro. Your screen's mad animated. I don't know what's happening.
It's because you went like this. The balloon.
That's another thing though that I feel like we talked about in the past, but I feel like, bro,
Perfect.
it's becoming so evident right now, bro, how much we took for granted, but like, bro, you
Bro,
get
think
used to
about the
Ronaldo and
Champions
Messi
League goal
for a
record.
decade or a decade and a half, whatever, and now it's like, fam, what are we looking
Think
at?
about those Champions League goal records.
Yeah, they're
bro.
untouchable, bro. Well, all of their records are untouchable.
Bro, I remember when I was a kid when
It was Raul.
when Messi passed Inzaghi at 47 goals.
Yeah,
I'm like, that was crazy. That was nuts.
yeah. Now it's
Then he
out
got
of
to
the
like
water.
104, 106 to end
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah, and now it's not touchable. Like it's just, I don't even think there's anyone on pace to do it at this point.
No, there's still Mbappe.
Is he on
for
pace
sure
to
can
do it? I don't know.
He for sure can do it.
Can, fam.
That's the other thing. I just can't put it. I can't expect someone else to play that long, bro, and be that good. That's the part that messes me up.
That's fair.
Because do you think Mbappe's game has longevity, or do you think it's? I think a lot of it is
Now,
based on his speed.
It
I don't
is a
think
lot of it.
I
A
don't
lot of
think
it is
has
based on his
longevity
speed.
like that.
I agree.
Yeah, but I think now it's gonna have to evolve a little because he's playing as a 9, fam. There's only
Yeah, but he
so
doesn't
much-
have the ability to take people on like Leao does, like so many other players do.
Fam, I don't know. Fam.
No.
I
I'm
disagree.
actually gonna side with Milan on that one. I haven't seen like in today's game. There's not too many people that
He's
I've
faster
seen.
than everyone, bro.
It's not even that he's faster. Like the man's just more technical. I haven't seen too many players.
No, I'm saying Mbappe.
Oh,
is-
Mbappe.
saying
Oh,
Mbappe.
oh. No. I'm talking about Leao. I haven't seen too many guys in today's game that can take people on that
that's it.
effectively and like not even take people on that effectively, like the willingness to do it, bro. Like I've never seen this guy have an open amount of space and be like, Like, remember how like Sancho when he was on United used to play that safe ball where it's like I'm gonna dribble at the defender a little bit and then just recycle the ball. I've never seen Leao do that when he has open space.
The only two players I can genuinely I can put in that conversation, Musiala and Kvara.
Yeah, him too. But I don't know. There's something different when I watch Leao play. Yeah, the elegance. I think it's also just the fact that man's 6'2". The man's a unit. Yeah. So
I hear you guys. I don't know, fam. I feel like you guys are shortchanging my boy, but it's cool.
no, but
If you
he's
watch the
very.
game today,
I love Mbappe
fam,
so
did you
much.
guys like, fam? So how can you say that? You watched the game today, right? The way he scored, how's that not taking on someone? He took it from our half.
No, it is.
Our half
It's just
Even if he did
by
that,
himself.
Leao does that 8 times in a bad game.
You know what it
That's
is?
not my point. My point is he has the ability to do it.
But this is
he's
Milan's
doing it.
this is Milan's
That's
point.
what I'm-
Mbappe's ability to do it relies greatly on his athleticism. It relies
Yes.
greatly on a fake shot one way and then it's a quick change of direction because he could do it. Leao is very technical dribbler where I feel like if you knocked him down a little bit, say heaven forbid he's
Just
coming back
smile
from
and
an
laugh,
injury.
bro.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be moving that fast to get through certain people because he's very technical. That's my assessment of it anyways as to why I'm thinking, I don't know. Technically anyways, I'm giving that to Leao. I'm not saying he's the better player. I don't know what y'all have money on again.
I'm not saying that either. I think,
I feel
but
like that
what
was
I
the
will
main
say,
argument, fam.
but what I will say
Let me look
is
it
that
up.
when they were on the same pitch this year, what happened?
You can't
Brother,
put that
come on,
against
that's not
player
fair,
on player,
fam.
bro. That's a
What? How's
whole
that not
man.
fair?
because it's a whole team.
Milan's a
Yeah,
better team than Real Madrid.
Oh,
They're
I didn't
playing
say
like
that.
it.
I didn't say
They're
that.
playing like it. I'm just saying, fam, give us okay, Milan. I'll say this, right? Within the next 2 to 3 years, we're gonna win a Champions League. You guys know this about me. I always say this. I don't think you could just put names together and automatically think you're gonna win. And I think Barcelona's proven that. Chemistry matters a lot, fam. So I feel like within the next 2-3 years, Mbappe's gonna evolve. They're gonna gel better, and we'll see a better Real Madrid team, fam. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it was just chemistry that really held back Barca. A lot more of just choking
Financial.
it, bro. Choking it. That's what it comes down to. That Liverpool match, 19 it was?
Champions League, yeah. The corner,
Origi?
quick corner, yeah.
Yeah. Bro, that was that not just Barca choking it away? And the year before that, Roma, was that not just Barca choking it away? That wasn't a chemistry thing.
Yeah, but
Suarez
Milan,
and Messi were on
could
the
you
same
agree?
page.
Would you
Dembele
agree
might
that
have not
right
have been.
now they have better chemistry than Real Madrid does? They're playing as a
1000%.
unit.
Barcelona,
better.
absolutely.
1000%.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying once Real Madrid get their chemistry up, they will be better.
I'd argue though that they have somewhat
I
better
don't-
players too.
I don't think that's an argument. Oh wait, who are you talking about? Real Madrid?
I think Real Madrid and Barcelona has better players than Real Madrid currently.
Oh,
You see?
I
This
don't
is where
agree
he
with that.
loses me.
I don't
This
agree
is
with
where
that.
he loses me.
But-
Does Real Madrid have a better defender than Ronald Araujo healthy?
No. I hear what you're saying, but if you just look at top end talent, if you just went star for star, there's more in Real Madrid.
But you don't look at it star for star. You look at ability of players.
Even
Right?
same thing.
Because-
Same thing.
Because I love Jude. I love Jude.
Yeah.
I think
no,
Pedri's a
don't
better
do
player.
You think who?
He's not a better player.
Pedri's better than Jude?
He's better technically, but he's not a better player.
Come on, Milan.
He's not a
fam,
better player.
Milan.
I'm not agreeing with that. Real Madrid have probably one of, if not the most talented team on paper in the world right now. On paper,
In the world, fam.
but their
It might
system
be the
is
most.
broken. Like it will. They need
That's
y'all. You need to fix that. And I'm not gonna lie to
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
Maybe this is a little bit of a segue, but y'all have gotten waxed by Barcelona twice.
Do you think any of the
100%.
front men on Barcelona are better than Lamine Yamal?
I mean, on Real
On
Madrid,
Real Madrid, you mean?
Yeah.
I think Vinny's better than Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, I think Vinny's better. Than
I'll still say
I don't think
Mbappe is
Vinny-
better than
I think
Lamine
Mbappe is
Yamal.
better too.
I think if we're judging it based off last year being Vinny's best year of his career, I think Lamine Yamal is a better player. Simple as, bro. Because when it came down to it, to play for your national team as well, Lamine Yamal at 16 stepped up for his national team.
Yeah,
Vinny
sure.
couldn't win anything with Brazil.
Okay, well let's not act like Vinny hasn't done anything in his career to not merit being
Yeah,
put in
fam,
these kind of
come on,
talks.
bro.
He's
Oh,
had a
I'm not
down
doing
year,
that. I'm
whatever,
not
this,
doing
that, and the
that.
third.
I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that I think if we're basing it off right now and basing it off that being his last best year, I think Vinny has not been better than Lamine Yamal. I think Lamine Yamal is a better player, honestly.
As of
At
today,
17, I think he's a better
January,
player.
as of today, January 16th, we can say that. But overarchingly, I'm not I'm not
Overarchingly,
gonna.
you can't say
Would
that.
it, I'd entertain the conversation if it was with Rodrigo, and I love Rodrigo, but I would
Yeah,
entertain
I
that
would say that too.
conversation a little bit
Yeah.
more. I think
I think Rodrigo's a better player than Vinny too.
this
Ah,
brother's
see,
this guy's logic is all
Yo,
over the
Milan,
place. Don't get me wrang, I'm not even mad at it. because I think
It's
he's
not
more. I think
crazy.
he's
It's
more
not
diverse.
ridiculous.
I think he's
He can
more
play on both
diverse than
wings.
Vinny is. But I
He's
think
not
in terms
ridiculous
of
at
what
all.
no, I think he's a much more diverse player than Vinny is. He could do more. I think he's a freaking left winger that's playing on the right wing and can also play as a false nine. So he has a lot more in his bag than Vinny does. But I think in terms of what Real Madrid target and what they look for and whose stuff goes through, there's a reason Vinny stays on the left side and they moved Rodrigo to the right side, and it wasn't the other way
I
around.
feel like, just okay. Let's see what happened with the Ballon d'Or, right? Did you see how many players came out? Even Leao came out and said Vinny should have won it, fam. Us
What are
looking
they
at
saying?
supporters, I get it. I get it. We have our own perspectives of things, but these are the people actually playing against them. I feel like I'm more leaning towards listening to them because they're on the field,
For
on the
sure.
pitch with them, saying, "Yo, Vinny's the guy. He's the guy, fam."
For sure.
It's like
Can
we
I ask
can't discredit
one
him.
other thing? One other thing though, because this is a genuine question. This isn't like I'm trying to like get a debate or anything going. This is a genuine question. Do we think
Course
that
it's good.
Rodrigo is playing on the right wing more because Vinny is a better left winger, or because Vinny can't play on the right whatsoever, and Rodrigo's genuinely able to play on that
No,
right?
because Vinny's the guy. He's the guy of the team. He like, yeah, fam. He gets the first pick. If he wants to play on the left, Mbappe got there. Vinny's still on the left. I think there's a pecking order too, fam. You can't just
I,
be like, oh, just because
that part's true. When you
Sorry.
bring someone in like Mbappe, who was pretty adamant about, I prefer to play on the
left,
left wing
yeah.
or whatever, and you keep him there. Now, mind you, there's a lot of things that can go into that also, where it's kind of just like, yo, nah, Vinny's been here. We just gave him the number 7, everything like this, that, and the third, to where we're not gonna make that change. But I hear what you're saying. It's a good argument because, yeah, I still think Rodrigo is a left winger that does play on the right. So yeah, like I said, he is a much more diverse player. But I don't know. Bring it back to your initial point. I think Rodrigo is the only one I would entertain the conversation of Lamine Yamal being better right now as of today. As of the last year, and that's it. Sure, we can have different conversations, but then you can say that about everybody because
yeah, that's true. Fam.
for that one, I don't remember what year that was. Gavi won the Golden Boy Award over Jude or something like that. And it's like today, to me, that's blasphemy today.
Is it
But
though? Because
that
Gavi was
day,
injured as well.
that year, I mean,
It wasn't that crazy. It
it
wasn't,
wasn't
that
as
Sure,
crazy.
sure,
But this is
sure.
what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of that stuff can kind of change. But I don't know. I still think Real Madrid are one of the most talented teams in the world. But you guys are disorganized as hell. And
Yeah, fam.
I think Ancelotti is going to be, as much as it pays me to say, bro, that guy's, his job is under the hot seat right now. You
You
can't,
think so, bro? You think they'd fire him, bro?
I don't, bro, I just can't
think they
see
want
how
Xabi
you're a
Alonso,
Real
fam.
Madrid manager and struggle in the Champions League and then get waxed by Barcelona. Like that, you can only have so many strikes, bro.
This one was more embarrassing too.
Fam,
though.
I feel like,
Yeah,
fam, I'll
it
be
is.
honest. I feel like chemistry and injuries play a lot into that, fam. I
No,
think if
here's
you
my
had a
thing.
fully healthy
Here's
squad
my
and
thing.
that
Here's my
happened,
thing. Here's my thing.
That's different, you know?
A hot take, and it's a different form of chemistry. I actually don't think the chemistry is that big of an issue. I think it's the system. Because it's not like these guys, you don't see these guys jawing at each other on the pitch like, what are you doing this and third? No,
They're not beefing. Yeah,
they're
yeah,
not
that's
beefing.
true.
This is the system. Like Hansi Flick has gone to the drawing board and worked
And
up
knows
a
how to
game
beat 'em.
plan to beat Carlo Ancelotti twice, like whoop him twice. It's a system thing. I don't really think it has that much to do with chemistry.
You know the problem is Ancelotti's getting really, really stubborn, and like there was definitely like earlier chances to fix up and switch it up, but he's just too stubborn. Of like that's the truth. Like a lot of the Real Madrid fans I've spoken to, that's their main critique of him right now.
Yeah.
Is that every time they play Barca, they're not doing the changes early enough.
Yeah.
Because 5-2 was already too late.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. And I think it's at the point now where it's a lot of people are also just more reluctant to openly critique Ancelotti because of what he's done for your team, especially in recent years. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't just go and bring us a Champions League. I'm saying us, but you can't just go and bring up a Champions League last year and then call for his head this year. Like, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are going to kind of want to bite their tongue on it a little bit more. But I feel like I'll be interested to see if he's there next season. Put it that way. I don't think they're gonna do
That's
something.
another conversation though, because I feel like unfortunately there's a lot more pressure put on coaches when teams go bad than
Oh
anything
yeah,
else than they should be, right?
yeah.
Because think about when, for example, like
That's
Leicester City,
sports.
2016 Leicester City,
Yeah.
win the Premier League 5,000 to 1 odds,
Mm-hmm.
go into the Champions League for their first time playing 3 competitions, 4 technically when you count Carabao Cup, 4 competitions at once.
Mm-hmm.
They make it to the final 8 of the
Yeah.
Champions League with Ranieri,
Mm-hmm.
but they like were fighting relegation almost
Mm-hmm.
with the other within the Prem after losing N'Golo Kante, right?
Yeah. How much of that is on Ranieri?
And how much of that is on Ancelotti, and how much I mean on
On
Ranieri, and how
Ranieri.
much of that is the team's quality is not up to par,
Yeah.
right? Like
But
a
you
coach
see,
can
But that's
motivate you
the
as much as he
issue.
can, but you can't just scapegoat him every single time.
but do you think that's the case
Milan,
right now for
that's
Real
the
Madrid?
problem. Yeah, with Real Madrid, the quality part is hard to say that because they have some of the best players in the world, fam.
But they're not playing well.
But why do you think that is though?
Because
Is what I'm saying.
because historically, Mbappe in the last 5 years has shown to be a top 3 to 5 player in the world. Doesn't mean he's playing like one.
Fam,
Yeah,
I don't think Mbappe is playing bad.
he's not
I
playing
don't
bad,
think
but
he's
he's not
playing
playing
bad.
his
I don't think he's playing
standard.
bad at all. But I don't think
He's
is
not
he playing up to
playing
the
up to the
standard that
standard.
he's at?
I
The
understand that,
standard
but I
of
feel like,
people have been waiting for him at Real Madrid since 2017. They were willing to pay 300 million euros for him. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the
yeah,
standard that he's upholding. Is he playing to that standard?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's not. It doesn't happen overnight, fam.
I
I
agree.
feel like
I agree
after
with
the end
that.
of this season, we can have a better look and be like, yo, did he get better? Did it regress? I
I
feel like
agree,
now
but
he's
that's why
getting
you can't
better.
hold
You know?
Ancelotti under the fire for that.
You can't. I don't think you can. You
We're
can, but they've invested so much. They have so much. You know, they're gonna find someone to blame, fam. That's the problem,
I
fam.
don't even
That's
think it's
yeah,
that.
bro.
I
I hate
think
it.
if you
I hate it.
like, I hear what you're saying, but if you watch certain parts of Real Madrid's game, there are parts where I feel like no, you can directly trace this back to Ancelotti. The fact that
Yes.
when you guys are not that you guys have been that healthy this season to
Thanks,
begin with, but when you're looking at a fully healthy Real Madrid team, and I'm looking at Tchouaméni as my holding midfielder
Yes.
next to Mbappe up top, I can hold that on. Like, yeah, Tchouaméni, what are you doing? But I can also hold that on Ancelotti because why is he still in the game? Hold, brother. You know what I mean? Stop.
But you know
Stop.
what sucks though?
Mm,
And this is the truth about Real Madrid right now. If we didn't have Carvajal out, I don't think we'd be having any of these conversations right
yeah,
now.
nah.
I agree.
I agree.
That's a big one right there.
Uh,
The replacement is terrible. Lucas
Yeah, bro.
this guy
Vasquez
hates
is
Lucas
there.
Vasquez.
Bro, Leao ate Vasquez
From-
alive.
Here we go.
No, he did.
Everybody eats him alive, but everybody eats him alive. Nobody eats him alive, bro. Let me not get. I don't even want to get into it.
But actually, segue. I don't know if you saw this, Milan. I already told Emmanuel, I'm a believer when I see it. I've heard it for like a few months now, whatever. Apparently, Trent to Real Madrid done deal. I'm not believing that right now.
That's what they said about Mbappe in like 20.
That's what I mean. This is precisely why I'm not
Yeah, but
believing
is
in
he
it.
on the team now? Yes or no? Come on, fam. It
Yeah,
happened.
but it took 5 years. They took 5 years. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
But
gonna believe until I see it.
I think his contract is up. We got Jude.
Yeah,
Yo,
there's
Jude is
a
like
case to
le
be made.
GM, fam. He's
Yeah,
le
but why would
GM,
you even
like-
be happy about that? You think he's better?
I was
don't
gonna
even
say
think
he's not
Mbappe.
gonna help you that much defensively. You guys are.
I think
If
wait,
anything,
wait.
brother, he's even
Defensively,
more of a
maybe not.
liability.
I agree with. No, I don't know about more.
No,
but
he
He
is.
is. I actually
He-
think he's worse than
very
Rodri
hard.
The thing is,
defensively, bro.
Lucas Vasquez, his problem is
I
more
don't think you've
the
watched Trent before. If you think about
Lucas
it.
Vasquez is like, his problem defensively is more like the ability side of it. He still knows what's supposed to be happening on
Yeah,
defense.
he tries. He
Trent
tries.
just switches off. He's like, yeah, this
Up
isn't
there,
me,
and
bro.
like, the attack is here, you know?
Yeah,
Skyler, do you think that Trent could, if he put his mind to it, I think
brother.
he could do a better
A lot of
job
people
here.
can do a lot of things. And defending for Trent, I don't think is one of them right
But
now.
you guys, okay. Let's say defending. Okay, Vasquez is better defending. As
Yeah.
a player, fam, you guys are telling me
Yeah,
you're
sure.
gonna pick
Going
Vasquez
forward,
over
no,
Trent?
that's not what we're saying. But what we're
Again,
saying
that's
is,
the conversation of ability versus what your position is, right? So with the position that you guys are lacking is the right back, and specifically someone that's a defensive stopper. Which one thing I have to say, I don't know what happened to the right back position. It's
It's
the
fallen off,
worst
eh?
in the world, bro. Like think about it. Kyle Walker washed and like garbage, is probably a top 3 right back in the world right now,
Yeah.
bro. What isn't this embarrassing that Milan have two garbage right backs? I think we have 2 of the top 15 right backs in the world. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah, it's falling off.
Emerson Royale and Calabria in the top 15.
It's
Bro,
falling
you know how
off.
shameful that is and disgusting?
Yeah, I don't know. It's falling off.
We
I
need a
don't-
center back too.
What?
We need another center back. But I like Asensio.
Oh,
I
You
wish
guys don't-
that Ancelotti just believed in him and just let him have, because he gives me that, the right energy with the job. With a Rudiger, I think that's the winning combo, but Carlos not going.
I think that's the thing more than anything, bro. The
Militao's
mentality
too listed
part.
there.
Yeah, Militao also. But I think it's the
Oh, yeah, he's
mentality
hurt.
part. You need a Ramos 2.0, which is a lot to ask for, but someone with that kind of mentality of like, bro, we're not standing for this. I sent you guys a tweet. It got taken down, so I can't put it
Yeah,
up or
I'm trying to
anything
look
like
at
that.
it. It was, yeah.
But brother, the way Barcelona was moving, was knocking the ball, and it was back to like 2011 disrespect, where it's like, we're just gonna walk with the ball, 2-yard passes that are literally just for show, and y'all just let it happen, brother. I told you guys,
There is no passion. There is no aggression.
none. The cleats
Fine,
should have been
finish the
in the air and connecting with one of their knees. That's how that should have ended, but it didn't because
But
y'all
can we
lost
all
that
agree-
fight.
Fam, I also told you guys though, this year Barca, I told mans at the beginning of the season, fam, the way it's coming, the way it's looking, it's not just us going through
You
it,
didn't
fam.
say this,
They're
though. You're
demolishing
saying this
a
now.
lot
You
of-
didn't
and
say
I'm
this
a Real
before.
Madrid. No, I've been saying, Skyler, I didn't say that Barcelona might take it this year.
You said it after
Champions
you
League.
You
lost
said
to
it.
them
I don't
the
remember
first
when
time.
you said it, but you said it at
I
some
feel like
point.
at
Yeah.
first, from the start, I told these guys, I think it was just me and Skyler. I was like, fam, Barca, and he even told me he doesn't believe it until he sees it, because Real Madrid's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And they are, but
That was as
watching
per.
those Barca games this
That was mainly as it pertains to the Champions League. Though. That wasn't necessarily with the league. But yeah, after the 2 games this year, bro, the aggregate is 9-2. It's
Yeah, that's bananas.
It's
you know what I
bad, fam. But you gotta give us a year or 2, fam. We'll be back.
But see, this is the
And,
thing.
and the worst part is, bro, the second one was like a cup final. Like, there's
Yeah.
no excuse for that, bro. Like that's like your bitter rivals on like not the biggest stage, but one of the biggest stages.
One of
You know what I'm saying? Like there's no excuse to not take a cup final seriously.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
Mbappe
excuse to
showed
not
up
take
that
any
game.
game seriously when it's your rival, but especially not a cup final, bro.
Yeah.
Because my team took a cup final seriously.
And look what happened. Shout out to AC Milan. Yo, how are you feeling, man? Because that was his what? Was that Conceicão's what? 3rd game?
Second game in charge?
Second game in charge?
Sixth day?
Silverware. Holy. How do you feel with him as the new manager now? Fonseca's gone. I know you
Yeah,
were never
well-
high on Fonseca to begin with.
We were on this show talking about how I think that guy genuinely should be
Yeah.
tried for crimes like against humanity. Like I should not have ever been hired with anything. Because the thing is, bro, I'm gonna give you a statistic right now that you're not gonna believe, but you can search this up. Because I didn't even believe this until I fully looked this up. Paulo Fonseca in his professional coaching career has never won 3 games in a row.
Damn. And somehow you wind up as the manager of AC Milan.
As the manager, the second
Gosh.
winningest most Champions League team of all time. How?
Life's
How?
crazy.
No, but this is and the problem is Conceição was one of the choices in the summer, right? It was Lopetegui, and then apparently it was all but confirmed, and then there was why does that keep happening? There was a huge outrage happening on Twitter, and I guess ownership saw it and then canceled it.
Yeah.
It was Fonseca or Conceição. They went with the cheaper option. They didn't take a guy who's won in Portugal, right? Like consistently, like I'm pretty sure he had something like 9 trophies in 6 years in Portugal. No excuses not to take Conceição, right? But they wanted a yes man. They wanted someone that would feed into what they want in terms of like not really arguing about signings and like not really.
Yeah.
This is the issue, right? Because then in the end, what do? They hired the guy that they had on the back burner. That guy comes in, wins the cup. First of all, beats Juve, who didn't lose a single game this season, has won or drawn every game they've played this season apart from playing.
Is that true? For real? Because they're not even doing that good in the season.
Draws and 7 wins in
Dang. Looking like
And they're sitting
Arsenal's
like
Invincibles
450.
over there. What the heck?
Yeah,
It's
bare
hella
draws.
draws.
Bare draws. right? So we come up against Juve, we beat them. We go down 1-0, we beat them 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
He comes into, and he was, oh my goodness. He was sick. The team was sick. The team was suffering from, like not really much cohesiveness. What Fonseca left him with in terms of was a dumpster fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
We remember what happened in the beginning when he started benching Leao. 3 games in a row, he benched Leao. Didn't explain it to him. How do you bench a player of Leao's quality? Like, how do you? And then here's the thing, because then I'll go on Twitter and people will say, people think Leao has Premier League quality. He gets bench warmed on a mid-table Serie A team. This is what that manager did to my guy. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because Leao's on the level of every talented player in the world. Conte said it himself. Leao has the potential to win the Ballon d'Or one day. Those are his exact words, and I believe that. He has the potential to win it.
Really?
I hope he does.
You got
I
a
think
1,000 reasons to believe that, brother.
I
Yeah.
think it's possible. I hope he does. Especially because there's money on the line.
No, yeah, I mean, plenty of reasons why you should want that to happen now.
We go down 2-0 against Inter. But for the first time since I would say maybe the Scudetto year, 2022, we came up. I saw us come up against Inter, who's a fantastic team. For me, a top 5 team in Europe right now, and we scared them. Like they were on the back pedal all the time. I've never seen Inter have so many yellows in my life. They had like 7 yellow cards that game.
Yo, I watched a video recent. It was like a week or two ago, whatever.
Yeah.
About Inter. And the tactics that Inzaghi has them going through,
right?
Bro, what the hell even is like this? It's honestly at that point now where it's like, yeah, it's cool, but the old head in me is like, bro, this woke shit I'm seeing. Why am I seeing Bastoni up there with Lautaro Martinez?
In my opinion, he perfected that Conte system.
You think that's what it stems from? And he just gassed it up? Because, brother, that's positionless footy. That's what I've seen.
Because what Conte did with, we saw with Juve first, and then he went on to Chelsea and did the same thing. He made Victor Moses into the best right wing back in the world.
Yeah.
For like
years, you're right. I forgot about that. Victor Moses. Holy.
Like that kind of play where you're using those wingers as defenders when you're tracking back, and then attackers it's genius. That it worked so well when he had Hakimi, and then Hakimi went and decided to ruin his career going to PSG.
Yeah, I don't know. It's freaky because I'm seeing friggin' Pavard running up the flanks. Demi-volley Pavard. What are we talking about, bro? This guy's on a tear down the right wing. I'm seeing, not to bring this up in front of you, but I'm seeing Çalhanoğlu as a center back right now. I'm seeing Lautaro Martinez drop into a holding mid-spot. I'm like, bro, what's happening? What are we doing? Yeah, I don't know. Hats off to him.
That depict, for me, the definition of like world class, right?
When you can
go into any team in the world and you can perform in whatever they give you a role and you'll perform, that means you're world class.
Yeah.
Bastoni, world class player.
100%.
Barella, world class player.
100%.
Lautaro Martinez, world class player.
This wasn't anything we had to really bring up. This is a very small thing. Maybe this is more just me wanting to talk about it. Do you guys, based on that definition, do you have Haaland as a world class player right now?
Well, here's the thing, right? You can't deny a guy who scores 56 goals in 56 games or whatever his stupid record is.
Mm-hmm.
But is he good does he have ability to actually take players on? I thought I saw some of it in Dortmund. I remembered him like running past, like bullying kids, right?
I don't even put as much onus on that part of the game because you're a striker. So it's like, I don't.
No, but you should though.
No. On the ability part of it, yes, but not necessarily. Like the ability as a striker doesn't translate the same way the ability as a winger does. As a winger, yeah, I need you to take a guy 1-on-1. As a striker, I don't need you to necessarily. Yeah, depending on where. That's what I'm saying. But to me, I watch Haaland, and it wasn't just this year. It was last
Aguero
season.
Was ruined by Pep. Aguero.
Same thing. Same deal.
Amazing.
Where now it's just, I've said this to you guys before, Haaland right now plays like how Ronaldo plays now at 40, where you're just up top, just waiting for balls.
Yeah, but the guy's 25.
That's my that is my problem. That's my biggest problem. It's like, bro, and the thing is too that kills me about it is you're in the Premier League, whatever. Obviously, you're accustomed to seeing Premier League players. Harry Kane just left. and you're seeing holy smokes happening to me too. But and you're seeing
Look,
how Harry Kane's game evolved to where
Yeah.
now he's in that false nine era of
But the
his
one
of
thing that
his.
we can argue for that though is that, like, I don't think they're like I don't even think Prime Ronaldo was as good at finishing as Haaland is though.
I strongly disagree with you on that one.
You really?
I think in turn. Wait. Explain your thing because I
Put
have
the
a.
ball in front of, like the same way City plays with Haaland, where they just give him the ball and he
Yeah,
buries
no.
it.
I think the way
I don't think because I saw the Real Madrid do that with Ronaldo, but I didn't see him be this scary.
I don't think we're ever gonna. Well, I can't say that, but right now, anyways, there's not one that exists that's as good of a finisher as Ronaldo is in terms of
think so,
right
eh?
foot, left foot, headers, penalties,
No, 100
younger free.
well,
That's
roundness
what
is a
I'm
different
talking
thing.
about when I say.
Well,
that.
roundness is a different thing, but I'm saying just putting it in the net because the same thing.
But I don't think Ronaldo
Ruben
ever.
is not a well-rounded, but he's inevitable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Ruben, you get him on the left foot, cash money.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I'm still not willing to say that because of what I've seen from
No,
Holland.
that's fair. That's fair. It's just to me, I don't think like I think the closest comparison I have to him is always Van Nistelrooy, right? And Van Nistelrooy is one of those players like you get him in the box, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fox in the box,
You
bro.
know what I
That's
mean?
how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. My problem with Holland, to your point, is he's 25. Why are you playing like
40.
this? Like, you don't need to. And I'm not saying, because I brought up the Harry Kane thing. I'm not saying you have to be a false nine. Like, not everyone's got to. Not every striker that's effective has to be a false nine. But,
No,
brother, do
absolutely.
something. Make a different run. Because we were. And don't get me wrong. I was part of it too. I used to bag. You guys know. I used to bag on Harry Maguire all the time when he was wetting the bed every year. I mean, every week when you get on into Old Trafford. He's still wearing the captain's band under Ten Hag and Solskjaer and all these guys, whatever. He's been playing great this year. And I feel like a lot of people started taking notice to it immediately after he played City because he pocketed Holland. But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, frig, he didn't give him much to do. It's not like he had to do much to try to pocket him. He's a move. He's a
No,
statue.
but the thing is though, only the great defenders have really pocketed Haaland. And that's Rudiger. That's
But is that
honestly Maguire like this season, Maguire.
Yeah.
And the thing is Maguire's first season at United was fantastic, and his seasons at Leicester, although he was overpriced, did justify for him being a class center back, right?
Yeah. But then you see now we're all praising him because the last few seasons last season or two has been crap. And a lot of that's confidence, everything like that. A lot of it's system, whatever. Now we're in a 3 in the back system, which is much more his
Suitable for him.
flow. Yeah, that's much more his gameplay. But yeah, I just feel like when people started getting on him or like started praising him this year and it only really like obviously United fans kind of because you're watching every single game, but for a lot of people you're only watching big games when it's United. To say it after a Haaland thing, and this is why I'm bringing up that question about is Haaland world class, because I'm like, brother, he didn't do anything for Harry Maguire to necessarily struggle with. If you want to play big boy ball with Harry Maguire, good luck, brother. The guy, you know what I mean?
Is he a world class goal scorer? Yes. Is he a world class footballer?
No, I can't
I
see
disagree.
it. I just find they play 10 men down every single time he's out on the pitch because he's just swinging. He's just waiting in the box for swung in crosses and everything like that. I feel like he's taking a step
it's the
down.
conversation that we had about the magic of a player, right?
Yeah.
It's that magic that David Silva's numbers weren't great. With David Silva, you ask 90% of people that have watched City over the years, people say David Silva is probably the best player in their history. David Silva or Yaya Toure.
Yeah. Holy Yaya Toure. Jeez.
It's just Yaya Toure also had the numbers because he started taking every free kick and every penalty they had.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I had to get that out of the way. Coming out the other side of Manchester, though. I'm at Diallo. I'm feeling great. That guy's the chosen one. I need him and his goons to go and jump Mason Mount for that number 7. That guy has lost his mind. I don't even know why he took the number 7 to begin with. Because, shoot. We would have to do the same thing anyways. Because it would have been Garnacho, who's probably going to be out the door, for being honest with you.
70 million is bananas, though.
Yeah, no. Bro, the transfer market's disgusting. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
If Garnacho is 70 million, how much is Rafael Leao? Seriously.
Bro, you got to put into effect
Answer
that
the question,
Garnacho,
bro. Like, without laughing, well, how much is Rafael Leao if Garnacho is 70?
an ungodly amount of money you get out of you. an unethical amount of money, but so is 70 mil for
Because I think
Garnacho.
Garnacho's a fantastic player, but if he's 70,
I don't think,
I think
bro.
Leao is 10 times the player.
You see what's funny is, I think Garnacho. This is gonna sound weird. I think I don't know. I'm trying to think if this even makes sense. When I think of Garnacho, especially I guess because we're talking about ability and being just a world class footballer, everything like that. I find he's one of those guys that's probably a better player than he is have ability. Because I don't see him do much that's like, wow. You know what I mean? That's jaw dropping. We're like, wow, there's not too many guys that can do X, Y, and Z the same way he can do X, Y, and Z. You
But
know what
that's
I
also
mean?
why Conte wants him so bad, right? He loves to fill his system's positions up, right?
Yeah, I
Because
guess.
we look at what he did with like the Inter squad, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Lukaku fit that system perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Hakimi fit that system perfectly, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. But he's probably on his way out. But Diallo, hat trick hero today. And I feel like he's been the one that's probably benefit. I find you notice this with every team that has a new manager come in. There's usually one or two different players that might have been on the squad before, not that they were bad or for one reason or another, they've just taken to it so much better. And Diallo has been one of those guys that he's been with the team since what 2020, 2021, or whatever. Had a
Yeah.
couple loan spells, and then now he's finally given an opportunity and he's hooping. And the same thing can be said for Mazraoui. Like obviously, he just came in just earlier this year, last year, whatever the case was. But those two, I think, are our two best players right now that have benefited under Amram the most. And I think we were talking about it a little bit before earlier. I feel like it's about time that we have a stud that we can actually, okay, yeah, this is the one that we're gonna build around, and this is gonna be the start of however else we go. Because realistically, I think I said this on a podcast before. Realistically, I don't know how many guys are in the squad that are really gonna be there long term. Long term in the sense of like when Amarin Ball is at its best. I don't know. Is Bruno? How old is Bruno gonna be when that is? You know what I mean? He might be 34, 35. And I don't know what that looks like.
But again, the thing is, we look at numbers like that, the ages,
Mm,
so much more
mm.
because of what we've seen. Honestly, bro, a lot of it through a video game lens that we see like players
Yeah,
regress, right? Because like when we look at it objectively, when we look at our own like, apart from the anomalies like Ronaldinho and Ronaldo Nazario who had Ronaldo had injuries, Ronaldinho had motivational issues, right?
mm,
Players really do stay until they decide they stop. They stay, right? Like having
yeah.
someone, sure, LeBron stands out, right? But
Mm.
having someone play till they're 40, maybe not at the level of LeBron's, but playing some till 40 is common, right?
It is, but it's like to what?
Extent.
It's yeah, to what extent? But also, it's like you're not gonna be the same player physically. Mentally, you'll be
Right.
there.
You're gonna regress for sure, but you're not gonna
Yeah,
be like garbage. Is what
yeah.
No,
like
no, I
Antonio Di Natale. Think about that guy, right? That guy was like
Mm,
37,
yeah,
still banging it in Italy, bro.
yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Him at 37, him at 27, physically much different player. But mentally, I mean, obviously, technique is technique. When you have that, you have that. But mentally, you just have to know how to refine your game. So as far as someone like Bruno, I'm just using him as the example right now. He's a very active guy. I don't know how if you can do that at 35. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can be pulling out 15K every game, running at 100 something minute,
That
run
is
over to
true.
the sideline, get the instructions from the manager, run back, tell so and so this and the third, and then still go both ways to box to box. You know what I mean? And that's just Bruno. I feel there's a lot of guys that just quality or won't reach those kind of heights. Like I love you guys know I love Hoyland and I love Xerxes, and they both fit the timeline.
Who do you think is gonna stay? It was what I was just about to ask you.
In the team or out of those two?
Yeah. I mean, in general, in the team.
In general, as far as I'll say okay, let's project 2 years, 2 3 years. I feel that's a reasonable amount of time for you to
Okay.
make a team your team as a manager.
Sure.
Onana, I'm on the fence. I'm inclined to say yeah, and I'm inclined to say I'll keep him. Frig, after the FA Cup, Bayendia, the backup keeper, yeah, we keep him all day. I'm never gonna say sell him after that. Um, Defensively, I think Lenny Euros might be the only other one that I would say for sure is probably gonna be one of the staple pieces, but
Do you don't think
keep it
Maguire
till
is gonna stay?
past the 3 year mark. I don't know because again, like you might want to move on from that. How much better is Maguire gonna get? We've seen Maguire at his best already. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say sell him right away, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's not here in year 4 or year 3. I think Martinez is probably gonna be here. Lindelof, I think, is gone. Luke Shaw, I think, is gone. Johnny Evans just needs to retire. I'm not even gonna really entertain that. I'm not. I don't think Malassi is gonna be here. I don't think Dallo is gonna be here. Who else?
You think Dallo's out, eh?
I don't. You know, that guy's so weird to me, bro. Cause like I watch him, and there's times where it's like, yeah, we really have someone here, but then I find like the other half of the time, I'm like, yeah, backup, just backup fullback, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being harsh on the guy, but I personally think there could be better options you could explore. I wouldn't be mad if he's there, but I don't. I'm not. I don't think he's gonna be there. Mazraoui, I think he's gonna be. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll stay. Kobe Mainu, I think he's still gonna be here. Ericsson's gone. Casemiro's gonna be in 3 years from now. He's gonna be retired probably or whatever. Who else am I missing in the midfield right now? Mason Mount, I think he's gonna be gone. Bruno, I think he's still gonna stay because captain of the team and everything like that. I just don't know what his role is gonna be that far down the line. Rashford's already on his way out. Garnacho's already on his way out. We just said Ahmad's gonna stay. Højlund and Xerxes is the one that's kind of interesting to me because I'm a fan of both of them. And I said to you guys before, I'd love to see them playing on the same 11. We don't see it as much. It's kind of one or the other usually, and I have no problem with that. Like, I think what I see on social media annoys me sometimes because people like to pit players against each other, and it's like, brother, they're on the same team. There's no like we're acting like there wasn't a time in Manchester United's history where Van Nistelrooy was there, Solskjaer was there, Rooney was there, all these different forwards, and it's like Andy Cole, Dwight York, all these guys.
20 years ago, strike partnerships were so common.
That's also true.
No one does strike partnerships anymore.
That's also true. The
last okay one, and it wasn't good enough in terms of expectation, was Alba and Lacazette.
That was
in terms of partners. Think about that. Because who else comes to mind instantly?
We were talking about him earlier. Don't Inter rock with a strike partnership? Martinez and Thuram.
Thuram is almost like a winger, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. There's not that many. There's not that many anymore in comparison to back in the day. But I just don't like when people try to pit players against each other, especially at United, where you've seen it before and you know what I mean. Now, that being said, maybe it's a fairy tale dream. Victor Gyökeres is still over there, just sitting, just waiting for the phone call. So if that happens, I mean, shoot, that basically that stamps one of them are gone. You know what I mean? One of them are out the door. I've already seen people trying to talk about, Højlund needs to be out, and then up until recently, Xerxes was supposed to be the one that's not working out, and then
going to Juve, I read, yeah.
Yeah, but then you see he puts in a pretty good performance today. He scores the winner against Arsenal in the penalty shootout, and now everyone's back on his side again. So things change. But all in all, bro, I don't know how many guys I listed that I think would stay, but I can't see it being anything more than like 5-6 guys that I could like confidently say are still going to be there. I think, especially for a team like United, where you're trying to get back to what you used to be, where it's like, brother, at this point, I don't even know what we used to be, bro. It's been so long since we've seen Manchester United at the top of European football, top of British football, to where it's like, this is our last stage of aura that we can farm, bro, to get these guys, to get these young players to come and play for us. Because now,
bro, Mourinho was right.
Yeah, he was wholeheartedly right.
That was his best achievement in his career.
Yeah, 1,000%. I'll admit it today, because it's like, now if you're gonna go out after youngsters, bro, they grew up with us being mid. You're not gonna have the same kind of, pull.
No, I agree to some extent, but no, because, bro, like,
I mean, it's recent.
Milan was trash the last 10 years, but when people go, Milan?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess, but you lose the gravity. You lose the pull.
This guy Emmanuel will never know what that's like, because a bad season for them, they win one trophy, maybe.
They win a trophy. They're challenging for the league.
Apparently, they offered us Van Dijk.
This guy's living a different world. This guy's playing career mode.
What?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
But yeah, no. United's a
Van Dijk,
very
you guys wouldn't have taken that if someone offers you Van Dijk. If Real Madrid had a possibility to get Van Dijk,
Brother, as Manchester United, we take damn near anyone right now.
Van Dijk's got a defensive style that will go as long. Like he's gonna regress athletically, but he knows how to defend.
He's too
right?
smart
Like,
of a player.
He's gonna stay on, like, to be a positive reinforcement to a team for a very long time.
I actually find one of Van Dijk's problems is he tries to be too smart sometimes defensively. Or it's like that kind of.
But his personality's kind of weird to me, but whatever.
I don't know. I wasn't even talking about that.
I don't know, man. He tries to be the man too much. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's because he is the man over there, bro. What? Who's stepping to Van Dijk in Merseyside in general? Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that's very heavy footy podcast. But I mean, I guess that's overdue. Does anyone else want to touch on anything footy wise before we jump over to NBA real quick, or got most out of the way? Actually, Milan, you brought this up. Detroit Pistons, brother. Pistons basketball is back.
Detroit basketball.
I was going. Detroit basketball is back.
You guys recorded last week. I was unfortunately out in Detroit. I went to go see Steph play.
How was that experience?
That's
fire. Bro. So Steph is on my fantasy team and decided to have the worst game of his career.
Yeah, he's up and down.
3 for 17 or something like that. No, 5 for 21. 5 for 21. How could I forget? Sorry.
Damn. Did you get there early enough to watch his warm ups and everything like that?
Yeah, and they played Tweaker.
Oh
Shout out
shit!
To oh really?
Of course.
How is that happening so quickly?
He's an industry plant, bro. He's an industry plant for sure.
I don't know. I think it started as a joke.
It did, but like low-key hard though, you know.
Bro, do you know? Because I wasn't on social media over the New Year for the last like few weeks or so, I didn't know nothing about it. I get back on social media and I'm seeing stuff with LiAngelo Ball has a track, whatever, and I'm hearing snippets of it. I was like,
on a contract with Def Jam Records.
Yeah, I was like, bro, what? I go listen to it. I'm like, is this a joke? Are people lying? What's going on?
It's like,
you know what it is? It's not great, but like it's just not Lil Baby like.
It's just 2003. Like that's what it is.
It's Nelly. Like
it's vintage.
There was a man that listened to it and was like, "Yo, is that Nelly?"
Yeah, it's vintage. That's what it is. But Detroit basketball, baby. JB Biggerstaff's brought it back. Cade's looking. My goodness, Emmanuel, you've always been harping on Cade. You've always been big on Cade Cunningham.
He dropped 40 on who was it again? He just was one of the best teams. He was going toe to toe with the whole squad, fam. It was kind of impressive.
I think Cade's one of those guys where it's like you have all the tools, physically and like skillfully as well, bro. Like he's just he's a hooper. I mean,
when you invest in your player like that, that's what you get, bro. Because they spent all of last year saying we can lose every game of this season, but he's going to develop and he's going to figure out what he needs from this team.
So, do you think it's just that, or do you think it's like? Do you think they figured something else out? Because I'm surprised that they were that bad for that long.
They did surround them with better pieces. I mean, Malik Beasley's been amazing this year. Malik Beasley's been amazing this year. Jalen Durant really took a big step this year, right? Yeah. Beef Stew is Beef Stew, but that's a good guy to have. Like that's a 6-man. You know what I mean? They're not a contending Eastern Conference team by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a base to build on, right?
Because you know who I always felt was kind of a similar team, just in terms of like, okay, they've had young pieces for like a while now. Like none of those guys that would like so. Cade, I don't remember all draft classes, but Cade Cunningham, Jalen Durant, Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Stewart. All these different guys, they've been there for a while. It's not like they just drafted them. It's been like 3, 4, maybe 5 years for a few of them, maybe. The other team I find is very similar to them, and they're also doing good this year, is Houston. Like, you've had Jalen Green there.
That's really shocked me.
Yeah, Jalen Green, LP, oh my gosh, power forward. Forgot his name.
He's garbage. Jabari Smith is ass.
You think he's garbage?
He's trash.
I don't think he's garbage.
Yes, he's ass. He has a lot of potential, but he's ass.
Why do you say that? That
He
sounds
is
personal,
Arsenal.
brother. Did he beat you in fantasy
Right,
or something?
How are you big? You can't get more than 7 or 6 boards a game, bro. Have some
Parlay. It was a
shame.
parlay.
You're right.
Yeah,
It was a parlay. Yeah.
fantasy team. My fantasy team, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's a fantasy team, bro. This guy's not
Me
performing.
and
But yeah,
Star,
no.
my guy Star.
With Houston, then you got Tari Eason and Amen Thompson being, what do they call them? The Terror Twins or something like that. Because defensively, they're just crazy. Also, shout out to Asar Thompson also because he's on Detroit and he's still doing his thing over there. Emmanuel's not that high on Asar Thompson. You didn't even know which one it was,
He's better
brother.
defensively, I find, but I think Amen's a better player.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wholeheartedly. But Amen is a freaking dog defensively. A dog.
But you know what it is, Kyler? I feel like both of those teams, the coach helped. I think JB Bickerstaff is doing a better job. And then Ime Udoka, hey, we've all known, listen, he's had his troubles. But when it comes to coaching, we've seen what he can do, fam. And
Yeah.
that's why I think he still has a job. Because if he wasn't that good, fam, I don't think they like.
That
They
is
would've
true.
put up
That
with
is
that
true.
much.
He would have lost his job easy.
all
That's
that,
fact.
fam.
That's how you know he's
Listen,
actually like one of the best
We're gonna
coaches.
talk about the Joy Taylor.
Oh,
Let's talk about that.
we could bring that up. I mean, let's try not to give Skylar a lot of editing to do tomorrow because I don't feel like cutting stuff out like that. So let's try to keep this professional, gentlemen.
He's looking at me. I know it.
No, I am
no,
looking
me
at
too,
you,
bro.
brother. That's it. That's
Me too,
your
bro.
that's your ballpark. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I read that big ass document that they put out. I've seen the few pages that circulated online, from like the statements list and everything like that. But I don't know, bro. I think I'm honestly a little bit ashamed that is still that big of a thing. You know what I mean? Today. Yeah, what? You telling me we still have this type of, I don't know what the word is that you want to call it, but it's two things. Okay, let's not. I don't want to be controversial
Condescending?
or controversial and condescending. But as much as everyone's like, Joy Taylor, da da da, and everything like that. How can she do this, that, and third? Because she's at least per the statements that I saw, like on the documents, everything like that. Some vile stuff, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna essentially use this man to get you into a position of power, and then if he says anything, I'm gonna just pull this card out on. Like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And so it's easy, of course, to go and point fingers at Joy Taylor. What are you doing?
What?
Brother, keep it in your pen. Like it doesn't. The thing stops there if you are. No, I'm not gonna do X, Y, and Z so that it benefits you for this, because that's not how the business or it's not how the business should work. You know what I mean? So I feel like there hasn't been there's been a few jabs here and there just because of, I guess appearances and whatever, like just what people look like, which that's just social media. Yeah. But not enough people are pointing both sides. You know what I mean? Everyone's just getting mad at Joy Taylor for this, that, and third, and it's like, brother, she's not doing it by herself. Like there's also guys out there that are working with her to some capacity to where it's I'm
100%.
gonna, you know what I mean?
But you know why? I think they're getting on her is because like she's a woman, right? So they expect her to be like, you should know better and you should know the plight that we're facing. So if a victim comes to you and is like, yo, this is happening, you shouldn't be like just, yo fam, let it slide, You feel me?
Yeah. But I agree with you. I agree with you. But I also expect more from just media personnel, media
100%.
people to just be like, fam, like, because I mean, not even that this necessarily relates to the Joy Taylor thing. You've also heard stuff coming out about Skip Bayless, and again, all allegations. Yeah. These are all allegations still. But it's like, brother, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
You want this, that, and the third.
But Skyler, come on. Okay, nah, I can't let you do that, fam.
What?
Because in every work, fam, at your job, there are people that are messing around, I feel like that's the thing. We're humans, fam. Wherever we work, we shouldn't. I agree with you. We shouldn't. But look at Ime Udoka, fam, and he's not the first. Even they said he knows a bunch of people like that, It's just the industry we work in. Like, I feel like as long as it's consensual, I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but there should be a respect as in like power dynamic. It shouldn't be because you're sleeping with this guy that you're climbing up. Yeah. But I think that's gonna happen, fam. Like people sleep with
I agree with you that it's gonna happen or that it does happen anyways. But I'm surprised that But more than anything, like I said, it's more the first of all, none of anyone's business as far as it goes in terms of
Who's with who? 100%.
who's with who, and just the fact that, brother, allegations are allegations. We're taking this like it's for gospel. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't take these seriously.
But these days, you're guilty until proven innocent, though.
You're right.
That's true.
You're right. But my biggest issue with all of it is, like I said, I just don't like how people point fingers at one side and completely forget about the other side, and it's just completely exempt from it. Because now it's like, bro,
100%.
what's the? You know what I mean? But
this reminded me real fast because I have a really good question for Emmanuel.
Careful what you're gonna ask him, because I don't feel like editing all this, bro. Like, oh my god.
Listen, the number one Drake fan and the number one LeBron fan.
Here we go.
I need the perspective on this.
I know where this is going, fam.
You know, I don't even think I have to ask the question. You just give me your synopsis, bro.
Fam, this is a sticky one, bro. Okay. Oh, damn. Me personally, fam, I'm not that mad at Drake, fam. But I don't co-sign it. I wouldn't have went like, I wouldn't have done that, fam, to be honest. Because it's kind of dry snitching, fam. But at the same time, you cannot dance to a song calling me a PDF file, and I've put you on to women, fam. That's kind of messed up, fam. We did those two mans together. Now you're dancing to a song that's making false claims about me. Fam, I came in here and I told you guys, one of my boys one of my best friends told me LeBron got a woman every state, fam. Every state. So I'm not surprised. And his taste in women, I'm not surprised either. Because I feel like some people that come from like where LeBron comes from, when they're not used to seeing something, and it's like, now they could have the option to get it, it's kind of like, whoa. Fam, you seen him and like Genie Buzz, like they were kind of super chill. Like he was like, he's in his element, he's in his element, fam. They were laughing, they're touching him and stuff. Like, he felt mad comfortable, fam. So I don't like, Drake is hurt. I think, fam, if I'm honest, like if me and you are close and you do that, I am gonna be hurt. Would I have said that? But I think what he wanted to do is to show LeBron, like, fam, if this was to happen to you, you would be very upset if anybody was to put out anything to tear down your image. But you're supporting someone that's doing that against me, and it's not even true. You're supposed to be my friend. I get that side. But I've gone that far, I don't know, but I think he wanted LeBron to feel like he did. That's valid, fam. You can't go to a concert, fam. You can't know every lyric. Fam, we're in the USA team. Steph Curry's like, is this the only song that we got? LeBron's like, I love it. You're like, come on, bro. You can't do that if we're friends, fam. And then he posted Drake's shoes. He posted the infinity sign, like, I love you forever, bro. Come on, fam. We're not gonna do that. Come on, bro. He went to the concert, fam. Him and DeMar. I don't like DeMar does a whole other subject.
No. Don't disrespect the Rosen, bro. Sorry. That one I draw a line. That's
brother.
Left or goat.
I value Drake being associated to Raptors more than DeMar.
It's gotten deep too. Yeah, I saw this thing recently on Twitter, and again, I don't even know where it came from. I don't know if it was even true or not, but I heard, bro, he has like, obviously his son, like Adonis goes to school in Toronto. And I heard like he had to pull his kid out of school like from time to time or whatever. Or like in the summer he's planning on moving his son out of Toronto for the summertime because it's just like, bro, it's crazy. Like you can't. Much. Yeah, you're going around hearing X, Y, and Z about your pops, and you know how kids are, bro. Kids don't have a filter, so they're still saying everything. You know what I mean? I don't even know how old Adonis is. Brother. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we got a teacher right here. That's.
Milan would know.
Yeah, we got a teacher, so yeah, of course, but. I don't know. I've heard it's gotten kind of deep.
Yeah, fam. How could it not, right? And that's my problem with people that are like, it's not that deep, brother.
No,
fam, if I'm in the middle of especially if we're negotiating and I'm trying to get a new deal and all of this is happening, bro, it's very deep, fam. This is my livelihood. And you guys are using this 100%, to not pay me when I'm old. The thing is,
I feel like there's some validity to what was said. That's why it's not as crazy.
Milan, what was said? Which one?
A little bit of everything, bro. I said some validity, not all. A little bit of everything has some truth to it. Like
Fam, you really think that? So you think Drake is a
Drake's side and
colonizer?
parts from Kendrick's.
Okay. So
Say
you
that
think
again.
Drake's a colonizer?
Parts from Drake's side and parts from
Oh.
Kendrick's. There's
Okay, that's different.
there's a I don't think he's a we just said I don't think he's a colonizer. But what he was referring to in terms of what he does with music, I don't think that's what he does. I think he embraces different sounds and makes different music. That's my perspective on it, right? But
And I
is
think
from a hip hop perspective, as someone that's immersed in the culture like Kendrick, is it valid to see it in that way as well? I don't think it's completely should be disregarded.
because those artists that Drake helped are not looking at it like that. If anything, they welcome the help, and that's my problem. People look at it like Drake is using them. I think
There's a
those
lot of them
artists
he has used.
benefit.
Party
Okay,
Next Door
well,
hasn't seen the light of day in years.
use is different. That's Party's choice. Because Party doesn't want to drop music. Fam, we've seen lives. Party plays his music unreleased, and he's like, too bad
I
this
love
will never
McConaughey's
come out.
career was all ruined by Drake.
I don't know. He did that himself. He did that himself. When he came out and he started, fam, come on, fam. Let me know. I don't want to go there. I don't want Skylar to have jumping out.
Skyler got too much time. We have to drop
Come on, man.
That one we're not
Man, I
talking
love
about.
McConaughey. Leave that one out of there, fam. But I feel like everybody else would be like, I feel like whoever Drake helped, I would say that they gained more than Drake did. And all of them. I think if you look at even Future right now, one of his top 5 streaming songs is still Wait For You. You know who made that happen? Drake did, because Thames didn't want to clear that record. Thames was not going. He had to call Drake. Drake had to call Thames and be like, it's me,
100%,
we're
bro.
cool, let's do it. So it's like, fam, men's can't be like colonizing,
Listen,
fam. That's not
to
true,
say
bro.
to say that Drake doesn't have any control of culture is utter blasphemy, for sure. For sure, Drake is, whether you like it or not, Drake's an icon of the culture for sure. But to have a perspective when you're actually, an artist like Kendrick, there's validity.
What
to
does
what
that
he's
even
saying.
mean,
There's
fam? What does
validity
that
to what
even
he's
mean?
saying, to what he's
Broski.
believing. There's validity to it.
I don't think so, fam. And do you know why I don't think so also? Because I feel like Kendrick kind of changed his tune too. When he started, Kendrick was very conscious and very pro-black, and I feel like ever since that became not cool, he kind of stopped. And when it comes to real stuff like the election, like stuff where we actually need voices and people to speak out, he's nowhere to be found. I feel like he used the black plight as long as it helped him, and then now he's like, all right, well, all he does is music, fam. And yeah, that's great. But like, I feel like if you're really for that outside of music, you're gonna do a lot more. Because it can't be just about music, fam. If that's your plight, you know.
I hear
So
you.
I don't know. I be feeling like Kendrick's kind of a hypocrite, fam. But that's just me, you know. That's just me, fam. Because I don't know, fam. And the PDF thing, like, come on, Milan. You know that's not true.
That's
No,
Skylar knows that's not
I don't
true.
know, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This
What?
is scary.
Oh man,
Oh
what the
my
heck?
God. Yo, come on, fam. Come on, yo, Milan.
Oh,
Why? Why do you do this, fam?
Just like yes, Jules for Braun. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Oh
days, but
my.
that's different, fam.
Sorry.
We've seen LeBron and Caravana, fam. Come on.
Yeah,
Those
the
summer
TVs are
things.
outside. Oh,
Those
TVs are
summer things,
outside, bro.
Fam, you know what's crazy? Even I don't want. I was gonna say
No,
Stone.
no. Too much of this guy. No, don't. Bro.
Hey, yo, y'all see Stone last year? No, we're off that. Alright, good luck.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are crazy, but I appreciate you guys for keeping it,
Yeah,
a
fam.
little more level, brother. I don't need more editing to
What
do.
do you guys think though of what like the LeBron Drake thing?
I feel similar towards the whole similar to that as I do on my stance from like Drake and DeMar. I understand it, but I think I've maintained this from the jump. To me, with work, because I don't know, maybe the lines are getting a little bit blurred where people look at Drake not just as an artist anymore and more like Milan was saying, like a culture icon, right? Like part of the culture. So it's bigger than music is what people look at Drake for. But to me, no matter what that looks like, Drake is always going to be bigger musically to me than on the culture side. His impact's going to be bigger musically than it is culturally. I've said this from the jump where I feel like Drake, and I'm not like, I don't know, it's weird. It's getting harder to say it now because I feel like, yeah, when certain claims are being made against you and certain people are doing X, Y, and Z to,
Hard.
against you, it hurts. And it's kind of like, bro, what the heck is that? But I want him to just keep his mouth shut and then just drop something. Because that's how you're going to, that's how you're going to quiet everything and kind of dead this whole little era. But that's my opinion.
It is weird how long this has kind of still been.
That's
But
what
you
I
guys know
mean.
why? And I fam, to your point, Skyler. I think it all comes down to the label, fam. It's because right now they're still negotiating.
Oh,
So
okay.
if Drake drops
Yeah.
right now, it's not gonna look the same. And that's kind of the label's point, right? They kind of want him to drop because they don't have to help him, especially now he's suing them. Why would they? What's the incentive for them to make him look good? You know?
That's true.
So that's why, fam. Apparently, he was supposed to drop something in December too, and someone on the label side told Kendrick, and that's when he dropped GNX. That's why it was like a surprise thing. He wanted to kind of step on Drake's release too. And even Ada Ross, when he went on the stream with Drake, was like, yo, you lied to me. You told me the album was supposed to drop 3 weeks ago, which is the exact date that GNX dropped. You know? So it's kind of like when your back end is not trying to push you, it's hard, fam, because now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
But the thing is, like, I feel like, and I hear that, but, like, Drake's not a regular artist. You know what I mean? I feel like he can get, there's only so much you can do when your label's not trying to back you like that. And I understand that. But at the same time, you're Drake. And you have an impact on the music scene. You have an impact on a lot of people in the culture and everything like that. To where it's like, label or not, brother, we're going to listen to X, Y, and Z. We're going to still know. But now, I might not do the same numbers because your label's not backing it. But you know what I mean?
But that's
like,
the other.
I don't think
thing, right?
the only
go ahead.
is you said like you kind of feel it the same way as like the DeMar thing. I disagree, bro.
what?
Because DeMar above what Drake did for the Raptors, DeMar was, bro, what DeMar did for Toronto basketball is like beyond anything, right?
Yeah.
And they weren't really homies, like they were friends, but they weren't homies like Braun had Drake on Barbershop, bro. Like he had him and he was like, I got your back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
like,
true.
that one was dirty, bro. Like that one, like low-key, like I actually like usually I'm like, you know what, Kendrick won the beef, but like, bro, Drake is valid in coming for Braun here, in my eyes for sure, because, bro,
Yeah.
like, this is your boy.
From
like,
that
during
angle, I
during the
agree.
last tour, he brought out him and Bronny when Bronny was post surgery.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's your homie.
Yeah. You're right. From
But
that
Milan,
angle, you're right.
DeMar did say that after he got traded from the Raptors, he was kind of depressed, and Drake helped him in that, you know? So I feel like their relationship kind of is deeper. If the man comes out and
But bro,
says that,
sure, being friendly is one thing, but like that's a
yeah, it's
public.
different. It's different. It's different, yeah.
It's not the same relationship, is what I'm saying. You know what
Plus,
I mean?
the thing is, too, you could also argue for in DeMar's favor, too. Like, DeMar and Kendrick
That's his
are
hometown. That's
boys.
his
You know what I mean?
home-
Yeah, like, DeMar and Kendrick have been
It's a
boys,
different
too.
thing.
Yeah. So,
Bro,
from
Kendrick's
that
not from
perspective-
Akron, Ohio. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, but also, Skyler, to your point, I think you're right, depending on what you want from music. I think Drake's thing has been that I'm the biggest for so long that because the narrative is this fight impacted how you're received. If he drops and it doesn't look the same, that narrative skyrockets.
Amplifies.
You know?
Yeah.
That's where he's stuck. Because if
No,
he
but
drops
both
and
of
it's not
them-
looking...
Both of them are at
No.
that stage where no matter what, if they drop anything now, everyone's gonna stop to listen. Even if they don't even know if
That's
it's gonna
my
be for
point.
one or another.
But I think
Yeah.
it's
Even if they don't know
different.
if
It's
they
from
wanna know.
different angles, though. It's from different angles. I think people want to listen to Kendrick because he hasn't dropped in a while and they like him. I think the narrative on the internet for Drake that he's done. So it's different. I don't think they give them both the
But
same
the thing is,
benefit of
bro,
the
Drake
doubt.
drops and we're all happy still. Like we heard him. He was gonna be on a Spanish track with what's his names?
You were happy. They were saying, "Oh, Kendrick ran him out of English. He doesn't even want to rap in English no more." He's done, fam. I'm telling you.
But that's
were
nonsense.
tired of Drake before.
I can be objective about this. You claim I
not.
can't, but I can be objective about this,
Okay.
right?
But I think you're in a very small percentile of people that can be.
That
I
sucks,
think
bro. It sucks being me. It's a struggle
fam,
being
This
so
guy.
good at analysis.
even before the battle, you could tell that the internet was kind of because let's
Yeah,
look at it
everyone
from
wants
a
to
hip
see a
hop
hero
standpoint.
fail.
Yeah,
Bro, that's the
exactly.
same
And
for
the
skater, man. They
duck
want to see
lips.
you fall and die
Bro,
trying, bro.
yeah, and it's been
100%.
too
But
long.
it goes
Yeah,
both ways, bro. Kendrick also wants to be seen falling.
nah.
Kendrick is a goat. Kendrick is a goat.
Yes, but Kendrick doesn't drop as much as Drake, so there is
Sure.
no. They don't get to see him as much. So when he does drop, it's a celebration. They're not
100%.
looking at we're waiting for Kendrick to drop. I think they're waiting for Drake to fall down. I don't think Kendrick doesn't do enough for him to warrant that. I think Drake has
No,
been in
bro.
people's
It's not that he
faces
doesn't do
every
enough. It's
year,
that Drake oversaturates himself a little bit.
but
He
it's not
shoots
like
out so much.
I don't know, fam. Because is it saturating or is it being consistent? Because we don't say that about
I think it's
LeBron.
saturating, bro. I don't think anyone needed Tusi slide. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
there's music that Drake does that's like we don't need that.
Okay,
But it's you
time
though that
out.
doesn't need it. He's got a
That's
very
what I'm
big
saying.
audience.
You're,
You
and
know what I
that's my
mean?
point. You may not like it, but at the time, TikTok was
No, but I don't
huge.
even hate
I
it.
was
But it's just
blowing
like we
up.
didn't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like we
I
like
still
what
listen
we
to
could live
Slide.
without it.
But it's
We
the
could live
we.
You don't
without.
like it?
What?
You guys don't like Tusi Slide?
I mean, if it's on, it's on. But I'm
We
not
could
gonna
live
go out my way.
without it.
Skyler's right.
Dang.
It is the we because I think he did it because TikTok was a thing. The label was probably like, we need to see where this thing is gonna go, and you have fans that are on there. So you kind of have. That's kind of like the plight with being so big, right? You gotta serve everybody. It's like you might not feel like, this isn't for me, but it's for someone. You feel me?
I think it's doubled by the fact that the way Drake did grow his brand is the diversity brand. So it's not. It's more than just you're a big artist, so put something out there. It's also, what was it? I don't even What was the album the house music?
Honestly, never mind.
That's the stuff I'm
That's
talking
fire.
about. Where it's like that's for a specific group of his fan base, and it's like if you didn't.
But that's why that's the kind of stuff that like, sure, so, like people within hip hop can call that him colonizing music. I can see their argument. I disagree with it. I don't think it's him. I
That's
think
not
it's him
fair
trying
because they
his
don't
hand-
say that about Beyonce.
They
Nobody says
should.
that about.
They should. If they do, but
Nah,
it's just like, they should in that sense. But it's also Beyonce's from Texas, so Beyonce doing country music is a different thing.
no, but she also did house. That's what I'm saying. She did a house album, so it's kind of
Not
like,
that though.
it was pretty house. Because Drake did he wrote one of the songs for her. He did.
What I'm saying
They
is,
moved the
I don't.
goalpost when
I
they like
personally
you,
don't see it as like him. I see it as him trying his and like
Expanding.
adjusting himself to different styles. Right? When he tried grime, when he tried doing like.
And it helps those genres too. It helps those
100%.
Heady One. Look at Heady One now. He's
Bro,
like
how many people
whole
got into
superstar.
Spanish music because of listening to audio?
100%. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But people in hip hop, fam, they want you to stay here. And the thing is with Drake, he started doing things that aren't like, fam, the duck lips, no certain stuff. Like
Yeah.
hip hop, fam, I'm gonna be honest, fam. Hip hop fans do not rock. Yo, fam, I'm just keeping it real. Hip hop fans do not rock with stuff like that, fam.
Do you?
That's the things I rub. Me personally, like, he's not doing it for me. I'm not looking at it. It's a dude, you know. I'm not looking at it like, look at this duck lips. Like, if anything, I skipped that picture. Nigga, what the hell? What's the music? You know, I'm not there. Like, let's look at how Drake looks today. Oh my god, you know, like that's weird. Like, he wants to do duck lips. He's probably aiming for some chicks, whatever. You know, they all have BBLs and like stuff in their lips and stuff. He's probably trying to relate to them. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, bro. Like the guy
And
dropped
painting
lyrics
his
that say that
nails.
you're a lesbian girl, me too. Like, bro, like we don't need that.
Yeah.
We don't need that, bro. We can live without that.
Even the nail painting, fam. That's not hip hop. Is the truth? It's not hip hop.
You see it a lot
But it's
more
like-
nowadays, brother.
Exactly, because you're a person, right? Like you should be able to do what floats your boat as long as it's not hurting anybody.
Absolutely.
But when you're subject to this box and these standards that we set, it's kind of like, bro, it's impossible to win, fam. Whatever he does, he was always the outsider that came in, that made his way because he had all the hits and he helped everybody get hits. But I don't think the culture ever embraced Drake like that, fam. I think Kendrick from the start was the hip hop savior, which is why, quote
Fits
unquote,
the bill
people
more.
say he won. Yeah, exactly.
He
You
fits
know,
the
like
bill more.
black kid from Compton. He's rapping about our struggle, you know?
Yeah,
Like, fam,
yeah,
they deemed in that before, you know? So it's like,
yeah,
you know who they were gonna pick.
yeah. Powerful, powerful stuff. But yeah, man. Anything you guys need to get off your chest before we wrap this episode up? I mean, this was, you know.
SGA for MVP, fam. He dropped 40 on the Cavs today, fam. 40 on
Oh
the
yeah,
Cavs.
they got their
Watch
revenge.
with your
They got
eyes,
their
bro.
get back.
I'm not doing this.
I've been
Bro,
watching.
watch what Jokic does on a nightly basis, bro, and the numbers. Don't get me started, bro.
Jokic.
Enough of this. No,
Is Jokic in the playoff thing right now? The
bro,
playoff
it doesn't matter. The West is all separated by
Does
like a game.
It does
I don't want to say it doesn't matter.
matter.
It doesn't matter because
Team
you get,
success.
because
What?
I guarantee that Jokic makes it to the playoffs. They win 16 games.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
hot take.
That
been a
was
lot of takes
my
today.
pick for the championship this year. That's
Wait,
been my
what?
pick.
You think Denver's gonna win this?
Denver's winning the
$500.
Holy
Bro,
smokes!
we put one bet. You're an addict,
There's-
bro.
Did you see the look on his face when this brother has a
Bro,
problem?
Jordan, I swear, bro. No.
Yo, let's flip coins.
This guy is sick. Wrapping it up, man. This guy. So we got 1K on the line. Rafael Leao, anytime Ballon d'Or winner in his career. Let's get that sorted out. There was a 250 somewhere in there. I don't know if you want to try to re-up on that.
I didn't take any other bet.
I don't remember what the. Oh, I think it was for Real Madrid to win the Champions League the next 3 years.
It was for Milan to win the Champions League this year.
For 250?
That's like that's like the ticket.
That's a bad bet. That's a bad bet. I wouldn't have done that. That's a horrible bet. That's not good.
Hey.
You guys,
It's possible, but I'm not that.
yeah, we're not gonna do that. Please bet responsibly for everybody else. You know what I mean? Gamble responsibly. Don't let anything these two guys are doing influence
Pressure
you.
made Manu.
Yeah, no, don't let the man caught. He got the name Pressure for a reason. You know what I mean? I don't know those guys, but yeah, man. Northside Talks, episode 10. Thank you guys all for listening. Go check out the podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. I always say Apple Music, but yeah, Milan, Emmanuel, thank you guys for being here. Obviously, we'll get Jelani in the next one. We got real life stuff going on, but yeah, man, we'll see you guys next week for episode 11. Checking out.